Hello, guys. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Don't know where that's coming from. How are you doing? Bonjour, buongiorno. This is Sarah from Divine Truth Tarot, and I will be doing a reading for you today. I am your intuitive guide and your reader, and we have our beautiful decks. We have our beautiful John of God crystal, our warm vanilla bean candle, our two wolves who are mascots for the channel, both gifts from our amazing viewers and subscribers, and our heart. Okay, so I have the elemental oracle for today's reading and the angels and ancestors. The ancestors are coming through loud and clear. We are going through a collective purging, okay? The energies are continuing to ramp up, and there's so much going on behind the scenes. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But this is what I want to say to my light workers and star seeds and twin flames, okay? Divine connections who are watching this channel. I would like to say to you that we are experiencing massive ego deaths, and there's a massive influx of light coming in as well. We are about to choose our timeline. So in the next few weeks, okay, as we ramp up to this age of Aquarius, Saturn and Jupiter mash up at 0 degrees in Aquarius on December 21st, the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, just on the heels of the on the heels of the eclipses that are on November 30th and December 14th, okay, a lunar eclipse and solar eclipse respectively. So depending on where these eclipses fall in your chart will indicate how you will be affected. If you guys are looking for a personal reading from me for personal guidance, I am offering a slew of readings, not just twin flame readings. I'm offering a slew of other readings for your personal growth and benefit, which is what I most recommend at this time. So if you're interested, I am open for the first week of December. I'm booking by the week. So I only have 4 readings booked at this time, but I have probably 2 or 3 that will probably book here in the next few days. So I will fill up that week, and then I will be booking for the following week. Okay, so if you're interested, reach out to me. My email is listed below each video in the description box. And before I get started with the cards, the other thing I'd like to say about this energy is I highly, highly recommend for you to choose a timeline right now that most benefits your sovereignty as a soul. We might be in these physical, dense bodies in this really dense, challenging, but incredible time, but we are a sovereign soul. And so what I see in the twin flame community is so much focus on the romantic aspects of the connection, which we all desire, we all deserve, and we all want. But this can hold you, this can keep you in a holding pattern. It can keep you looping around. And I'm saying this with love and compassion and out of experience, because for the majority of 2020, I have been in this looping pattern, this holding pattern with my connection, where I didn't see any forward movement. If anything, it looked like backward movement in the 3D, which has sent me spiraling down many times into depression and confusion and fear and anxiety. And it hasn't served me. And when I am in that place, I can't serve you. I can't fulfill my mission. My mission is beyond just being the twin flame of my beloved. My mission is here to serve humanity and to serve us as we go into this age of Aquarius. And for most of us, we haven't even begun to see what our role is as we dismantle the matrix. It's going to become more and more obvious and more visible to us. So I feel like this is a tip of the iceberg for my work and what I'll be offering to humanity, as well as for many of you. So I'm going to really encourage my twin flames that are watching, whether you identify as divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't matter. It's just energies. They're interchangeable. Okay, we swap energies. We've been swapping energies a lot this year. Many feminines have felt like they've been in the masculine energy for the majority of the year. In fact, just got an email from one of our amazing, incredible subscribers, and she was saying to me, she said, you know, I feel like I'm in the masculine energy and I'm in this void. And I said, I can so relate. When I read that email, I can so relate, because that's exactly what I've been feeling and where I've been. I want to encourage you guys, if you're in that place, to release your twin and let go and fully surrender to the not knowing and to the what is. We have been holding on, I feel, as a collective, the divine feminine energy in particular, holding on to this notion of what this is going to be, what it's going to look like, when it's going to happen, that we're actually holding ourselves back from jumping into that higher timeline. I can tell you that when I made the decision today to fully step into my sovereignty and to fully detach and to give it up to God and to let go and to trust, it's that fool energy of trusting. You're going to allow yourself to fall, and you're going to trust that you're going to be caught by the hands of the divine. There is a higher plan in all of this. And it definitely isn't meant for us to stay in the cycle of depression or hopelessness or fear like many of us have felt like we've been in this year. It's designed for us to rise up and to acknowledge our greatness, our sovereignty, our divinity, our power, and what we have to offer to the world, with or without the presence of the physical twin. We are not less than because they are not present in our life. We are worthy. This is about your worthiness, and this is a wound that I feel like the collective is healing. And so oftentimes when the collective is healing something, readers or light workers like myself and all of you, we feel the energies. We feel them with you, sometimes a little bit before the collective feels it, so that we can help you through it, okay? So as always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Please, please, please. Maybe bits and pieces of this message will resonate, but maybe not all of it, and that's perfectly okay. There's a lot of things happening and a lot of shifts happening individually and collectively right now. And to best take care of yourself, to best nurture yourself and your soul and your body and your path, I highly, highly encourage you to drop any pretenses, anything you've read, anything you've heard on your journey, and step into your heart and ask yourself, what is my truth? It doesn't mean that you're giving up on the journey or on your connection or on your twin, but it does mean that you're going to release any illusion of control, that we can somehow control the outcome. We can control the when, the timing. We can control how. We can control our twin leaving that person or coming towards us, because I truly feel, and I've experienced this, I think so I can teach it, that the more you grasp and grip onto what was, the more resistance you're going to feel in the connection. Your twin is always with you. And I know this is like a broken record because you'll hear this everywhere from any good teacher. Your twin, you're never apart from them. There is no such thing as separation. Okay, the separation exists in the mind. But you say, but I see it in the physical. So how can you say that it doesn't exist? It's here. I don't feel them. I don't see them. I don't get to wake up to them. I don't get to kiss them. I don't get to make love to them. I know. But this is just a body. It's an avatar. It's a vessel holding your soul. Your soul is always connected to your twin. If your twin has chosen other lessons or people to learn those lessons through at this time, it is truly best to claim your worth and your sovereignty and to allow your twin to walk that path without trying to interfere, without trying to encourage them or educate them. Or, you know, I've tried everything. I've sent this year articles and videos, and the only thing it did is put up more of a wall. And any of you who have experienced separation, full, true separation, know that it can feel like this is going to last forever. It can feel like it's over for good. It can feel like, did I make this up in my head? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm obsessed. Did they actually ever really feel it? Was it real? These are all things that we have to experience. If you're experiencing that, it's a trauma coming up for you to heal. And a lot of this is related to your ancestors. That's why I chose this deck. A lot of this is related to ancestral healing, ancestral trauma, which we are here to heal. We can exist sovereignly. I don't know if that's a word. I make up words all the time on my channel. We are here to heal. We are here to exist. We are here to step into our power. And if we're constantly wondering or looking behind us of where are they going to catch up? They'll catch up when they're ready, when it's time. And I really feel like it's time for us to let go of this idea that it has to be a certain time, or they have to appear in a certain way, or if this doesn't happen by this time, it's over. You can tell yourself that, but your soul has a plan. And if coming back together with your twin is in that plan, it's going to happen regardless. If coming into a union with a higher level soulmate is in your plan, then that is going to happen. We really need to relinquish control because it's hurting us, okay? I send you guys so much love when I say this message, and without further ado, with that long-winded 10-minute intro, let's get into the cards. If you're still here, thank you for being here. We're going to start with the Elemental Oracle. So I'm going to set these cards aside. Okay, give me 1 second because now they're telling me they want me to go ahead and have a tarot deck in here. Okay, they'd like the Light Seer's deck in here as well, so I'll go ahead and prepare that. And let's go ahead. I'm just cleanse and clear here. Okay, we ask the archangels, in particular Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, to create a sphere of protection around this reading, this room, the cards, myself, and any and everyone watching, whenever they're watching at any point in time. In the future, the present, okay, all timelines merge anyway, so all is one. And we ask that you please allow my higher self, my guides, my light team, my ancestors to enter now so that they can assist me with bringing clarity to the collective in these most challenging times for light workers, star seeds, and twin flames. Okay. And please wrap this reading in love, divinity, and unconditional love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. Okay, so I'm looking into the overall energies right now for light workers and star seeds, twin flames, the overall energies. Yeah, we keep on getting the same cards. You guys see how much I'm shuffling the cards, and so the same cards are appearing over and over and over. I tell you what, same cards in personal readings and in the group readings. By the way, guys, if you're waiting on a personal reading for November, you guys have been most patient. Thank you so much. I have about 5 or 6 more readings to do. I'll have to look at my paper, but just a few more readings to do. I do have my nephew this weekend, so I will get to those at the latest Sunday and Monday, okay? But I'm going to try to get to some tomorrow, and I will try to get them done as soon as possible, and then I'll be starting on December's readings next week, okay? For the first week of December. So we have here cleansing storms and groundedness gravity, okay? There's a definite feeling of ungroundedness at this time as we're sort of switching between and hopping between timelines as a collective. And so it can kind of feel like you're in outer space here. I think that's actually Jupiter. Is that Saturn, Mars? I'm not sure. But there's this idea that maybe we've chosen the wrong timeline, or we're going to choose the wrong timeline, okay, as a collective. And I feel like there might be a little bit of fear surrounding that. So this is just the energy of try to ground into your own energy. Like I was saying, be your own balance and your own center point. Okay, be your own sun. The sun is the center of the universe. Be your own personal sun. Okay, step into your sovereignty and know that you are protected. Know that nature is on this journey with us, and we are part of a greater cosmos. And you see the butterflies here. It's as if she's a puppet, as if the butterfly wings are going to lift her up from this place and are going to help her transform. So there's a definite sense of transformation. There's a definite sense that something is shifting really rapidly behind the scenes, but we're still blindfolded. Okay, and we're not meant to know exactly how that's going to unfold because it's actually still playing out in the matrix. And there's a sense of seriousness to this card, which I always pick up on. There's a sense of like this is something not to take lightly, and yet then you have the lightness of the cosmos and the lightness of the butterflies, you know, and the wings and transformation. But I do feel like we're being asked to see a different perspective right now and to see things differently so that we can evolve. In addition to gravity, one of the forces we're working with, okay, the other force that we have here is cleansing storms, okay? This is water. This is the energy. Water cleanses your vessel, okay? It cleanses your avatar, but it also cleanses your energetic field. So we're being cleansed and cleared at this time. Many of you will be feeling the draw or the allure of water right now, the allure of the oceans, the rivers, the lakes. I've been saying this in my readings for months because this continues to come up as a theme over and over and over. So when we need to raise the energy or the consciousness of the planet, we need to cleanse and clear out what doesn't serve. There is a cleansing and clearing. It's been storm season here in the Northern Hemisphere. Well, I guess actually around the world, because you can have a storm in Africa and a storm, in the Atlantic Ocean. So it's storm season, hurricanes, okay, tornadoes. Well, I don't know if it's tornado season, but hurricanes definitely, tsunamis, things like that, okay, nature's forces. And this is about letting go of and releasing what doesn't serve, okay? Think about how a storm forms. I'm from Florida, and so growing up there, I was always sort of privy to, I could always sense when the rain was going to come. I could smell it in the air. I could feel the humidity drop. I could feel the changes in the atmosphere. So what actually happens is it's a center of low pressure that develops with a high pressure system that surrounds it, okay? So the reason why Florida and other places get a lot of thunderstorms is because there's a lot of humidity. It's a lot of moistness in the air, right? You can feel it on your skin in the summer in Florida. I remember being in college in Gainesville and just feeling it, like having to shower 2 or 3 times a day because the humidity just sits on your skin. So there's this moistness. I hate that word, but it's moistness, humidity, and it will collide with the cool air front. So when this happens, there's this, incredible act of nature that creates thunderstorms and lightning, lighting up the sky, okay? Thundering, allowing the participants who are watching this act of nature to really just be drawn in. Thunderstorms are known for being romantic and mysterious and alluring and inviting. So there's this energy of the whole earth needing to be cleansed at this time, but also individually, because you see there's one person here and there's a storm cloud over her, but many of us are feeling like there's a storm cloud over our lives. And if that's happening, if you've been towered or if you've been in the void lately, then that's because things are being cleared out for you. And a lot of this is actually being encouraged by the ancestors. So I'd like to get a card here for, okay. Oh, that's interesting. We have electricity. They'd like me to take that. Wildness. It's like a wild card. This could be called the wild card chapter in Earth's humanity. It's a wild card. We don't know what's going to happen next, but there's definitely a solar plexus, an invitation to the solar plexus, an invitation to your own personal sun, the seat of your personal power to be activated at this time. And this is why I felt like I needed to deliver that message that I did today, because many, many divine feminines have been disempowered. But what I'm realizing is that we've allowed ourselves to be disempowered this year. There's been a pining energy in the collective of feminines who you feel like you're detached, and then all of a sudden it catches up to you and you're going about your day and living your life, and all of a sudden your birthday comes, or something happens, you're reminded of your twin, a song comes on, and all of a sudden you're taken back in time, and it's like you're out of your power again, and it knocks the connection out of balance, because we're the ones creating the balance and the connection. So feminines, it's really time for you to step back into your personal power. It's also time for the feminines to truly invite in to rewild yourself, okay? And to take off any chains, any self-imposed imprisonment or chains that you've cultivated around your life, around the do's and the don'ts, okay? The good and the bad, and also around your soul. And this is about, we each contain a God, we're each a God particle, the spark of the divine. And this is about your personal power and not feeling less than just because your counterpart isn't here with you in the physical. I think this is a really important message. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could pass on this video, could share it on your social media, or, just share it with other twin flames or light workers, because I think we need to hear this as a collective. And I probably need to go back and listen to my own channeled words here, because there's been just a lot of resistance to separation. There's been this resistance to accepting what is, but how can we grow into what we are going to be if we can't accept where we are? So we have the Empress, yes, the Empress, waiting to birth this new earth and experiencing the storms, experiencing this electricity, experiencing stepping into our personal power, but also needing to ground this into the physical. And that's how we're going to create the shift that really catapults us into this new stage of consciousness. Six of Pentacles. This is about fairness and equality. And this is just in general, the fairness and equality, equal giving and taking. Okay, receiving, being receptive, but also giving in equal amounts, so that there's more of a balance with all of our connections and all of our energy, so that we don't feel disempowered anymore. We're empowering ourselves, re-empowering ourselves. Here are two cards here speaking to the energies of the solar plexus, really the belly, the solar plexus. Also just the lower chakras in general. The solar plexus, the sacral plexus, the sacral chakra and the root chakra. This is where we grow. This is where we contain our creativity and our fertility, new ideas, inspirations, new life, okay? So the feminine has a lot of potential, but I feel like I don't want to say it's been wasted in 2020, but we've spent too much time worried about this fairy tale, worried about, well, when is my prince going to come? Well, your prince has been busy slaying demons in his own life. Your prince has been busy wrapping up karmic cycles, and it has not been pretty, guys. It has not been pretty. I am not privy to know what's going on with my counterpart. I have no idea. I'm completely blindfolded at this time. And so I don't know, but judging by some of the things I've gone through energetically this year, some of the challenges physically, I can only surmise that it's been a hell of a fight, okay? It's been a hell of a fight for him to step into his power and sovereignty and to truly realize who he is. I don't know if he's there yet. I don't know if he's close. All I know is that I have to keep on going and focus on myself, because I'm disempowering myself, staying so focused on him and what he's doing. So the other energy we have here is the Ace of Wands. The beginning of a passionate chapter in our story, okay? The ability to see clearly, the ability to be inspired, the ability to see the beauty in all things, okay? And the ability to see the connectedness in everything, how everything connects. It's like connecting the dots and realizing, having these aha moments and realizing, oh my gosh, this is why this happened. This is why this happened. And really starting to arrive at this place of illumination, coming out of the darkness, coming into illumination, realizing truly what you deserve. Equal give and take. And we even have, I never noticed this before, guys, but this is the infinity symbol. This should be an equal give and take, and that's how the energy flows equally. We need the energy to flow equally from our heart to theirs, from our solar plexus to theirs, so that we're not in this place of give, and the masculine's like, I have nothing to give back, and the feminine goes, that's okay, but it's not. We need to understand what unconditional love is, and it starts with yourself. Starts with self-respect. It starts with not abandoning self. So if you continue to give and you're getting nothing in return, then I ask you, what work is there still that needs to be done with self-love and self-abandonment and worthiness? I'm worthy I am worthy of someone's time and energy. I am worthy of somebody's love. I am worthy of 100% of someone, not just 25%, not just the crumbs. I'm worthy of everything. And it's either you choose to stay in that connection where your twin is unable to give you, for whatever reason, 100%, okay, of their energy, their time, their devotion, etc., their loyalty. And you continue to accept the crumbs, you continue to accept the pieces, but you're miserable, you're brokenhearted, or you choose to step away and you still feel brokenhearted, you still feel sad, but you know that you have yourself intact, you know that you've chosen yourself. So even though it hurts, it's not exactly the same thing as just sort of sitting there and just allowing yourself to be treated with less respect and devotion than you deserve as a divine being of light. It's time for the feminines to really own their magic and energy and step into the high priestess energy. We have 2 cards here, actually 3 if you look at the Empress, where the eyes are closed. There's an energy here of really going within, of seeking the answers within, seeking the knowledge, seeking the truth, seeking to illuminate from within. Once you illuminate from within, you will shine, shine, shine. You will anti-age. You will age backwards. You will be more jovial, more full of joy, and you will need nothing outside of you to complete you or make you feel whole, including your counterpart. She's receiving downloads, she's receiving light codes, and she's just allowing it to permeate, to come in through the crown chakra and to really, really come all the way down and to envelop her vessel, her avatar, so that she feels like, I can share this knowledge with the world. She is really empowered and she doesn't need anything outside of herself to feel complete. There's a confidence there that's really innate. And there's a connection to the divine. There's a connection to the consciousness of the world, of the planets, of the heartbeat of the planets, of the people of the world, nature, and really of the oneness, the one truth, the one love, one people, one consciousness. And just allowing yourself to sit with that knowledge that I am part of the oneness, that the oneness resides and exists within me, not outside of me. That every time I go looking for love or looking for affection or looking for devotion or looking for the answers outside of myself, I fail, because I failed to see that the divinity resides within my vessel. It resides within me. So if your counterpart is reflecting back to you this knowledge or this idea of not being able to commit for whatever reason, we must look within. It's time to step back. It's time to look within, feminines. It's time to not seek the answers from outside of ourselves. That's why I encourage personal readings personally for you. And that's why I offer so many at this time. And most people take me up on that. Most people are more interested in that. It's okay to have a twin flame reading as long as you're not obsessive about it. So we have the Four of Swords, indicative of rest, retreat, and healing, okay? Indicative of creating a safe nest for yourself and your heart. But what's interesting here is the red string of fate, connecting your heart to your counterparts. And I guess this is a reminder from the divine that you're never disconnected from your twin. That even though there's a need for you to rest and really regenerate your energy right now, that the love is still ever present. It's effervescent. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't fade. It doesn't go anywhere. In fact, with distance and time, it actually grows stronger, which is just the irony, but it's also, it just confounds the mind. So the divine masculine, who is mostly in their minds and their logic, is totally confounded by this connection. Like, what the hell is going on? I can't stop thinking about this person, and all I want to do is move on, and this person is constantly on my mind. And the more time I spend away from him or her, and the more, the less I try to think of them, the more I find out that I can't stop thinking about them. The more I realize I love them. That's the nature of this connection. That's what makes it so unique. That and a million other things. So Divine Feminine, you're being asked to grow within your current situation, expand. What can you learn from this separation phase? What can you learn, even if you're in connection, if you're in communication? What can you learn from maybe the limited communication, the being able to, many twins who are in communication this year haven't been able to see one another very often because of the global events. And so what can you learn from the distance? What can you learn about yourself? Wise one, this is just a very wise grandmother energy. So the energy of the ancestors, the energy of the feminine in the form of the grandmother, having lived many lives and having faced many challenges and coming out on top. We have the energy of the crow, which to me represents your intuition, and the energy of the owl, which to me represents perception, agility, and the ability to see through any deception. And then we have the new moon here. So that tells me that the new moon we had in Scorpio on November 15th and the upcoming new moon on December 14th in the sign of Sagittarius, which is also a solar eclipse, is if you're watching this and you've gotten this far in the reading, it tells me that there's an energy here of change and of growth. It's like you're going to have this moment where you suddenly realize, I have grown so much. That moment was today for me. And I feel free. And we know this journey, it has ups and downs. We feel like we go backwards and then we get catapulted forwards. But so I can't say what I'll feel like tomorrow or the next day, but I know that today I feel like I have grown so much. And now it's time to set myself free, to set my life on fire, right? To fan the flames of my desire of what I truly want. It's really time to go after your dreams, feminine, and realize that this isn't punishment, this current situation. It's designed for you to achieve more wisdom, a greater depth of wisdom, a greater depth of knowledge of who you truly are, and why you truly incarnated at this time. I would like to get a card here for the Divine Masculine. Guys, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Okay. Do you remember when I channeled, it would have been earlier this week, I believe, Monday maybe, and it was springtime and it said rebirth, renewal? I'm telling you, the energy here, this is asking about the Divine Masculine energy. They're going to be reborn in the springtime. This is why the feminine has all of these energies of going within, creating abundance for herself, creating a life that she or he loves, because the masculine still needs time. I'm just, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the truth and bluntness, because I don't sugarcoat. I see a lot of readings out there. Oh, marriage proposal. Tell me how many twins you know that have gotten proposed to or married this year. Probably none. And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm saying that because I want to be realistic. I don't want to get your hopes up and then have you come back and say, well, you said blah, blah, blah. Why would I put that out there? And yeah, it gets a lot of views and it gets a lot of, people's attention, but it's not the truth. Maybe it's true for that reader at that time. Maybe that's the energy coming through. But I try to channel for, in a deeper way, so that you understand yourself more fully, because this journey truly, if you're a true twin flame, it's truly about the journey back home to yourself, becoming whole, realizing your oneness with the world, with humanity, with the planet, realizing there is no separation, seeing through the illusions and the deception of the 3D world, okay, growing within your situation. If you haven't grown, you're likely not on a twin flame situation. You might be in a karmic situation. So see your seeds grow. So springtime is going to present a lot of change within the masculine. So let's see. Can you please clarify the spring card for the masculines? There's going to be movement in the springtime for sure. And I feel like it's going to feel like the masculines are waking up from a slumber and stepping into this newfound energy. And it might be even childlike. Might be like they finally feel like they have their energy back, because I've been feeling how the masculines have been feeling, guys. I've been channeling that energy. And let me tell you, it's really dark. I don't have a lot of energy to respond to text messages right now. Pretty much all I can say is yes, no, maybe, I don't know. A lot of it was I don't know. Like, I just don't know, okay? So I want to make that clear that the divine masculines, and they're not having a party. It's not party time for them. It's deep, deep healing. Deep, deep, painful healing of things that they've repressed for lifetimes. So we have the Five of Swords and Two of Swords. Ouch. This is the energy that they will be stepping out of. This is like their current energy, okay? It's like Five of Swords, self-blame, okay? Self-blame is the way that I kind of see that card. Two of Swords, being blindfolded, not being able to make a decision. That, you know, we know that energy, guys, all too well as a divine feminine. The masculine's going back and forth in their mind. They can't make their decision. So yeah, you know, they're still sort of in this indecisive energy. I know it's not what you want to hear, okay, but I'm going to tell you what's coming up for the present energy. It's like there's a stalemate inside their mind. And with the Five of Swords here, there's conflict inside their own mind. There's a battle within their own mind. They have to see the lesson to be able to move forwards. They feel like they've experienced a loss, and it's left them feeling like life is unfair. Tell me, Spirit, more about springtime and what this holds for the divine masculines coming out of these energies. Interesting. I got the Hermit upside down. So they'll be coming out of the Hermit energy, okay? They're going to be stepping into this energy of the Page of Pentacles. I like this. This is like the Apprentice energy. Wanting to learn, wanting to grow, like really ready for something new, ready for a challenge, a new challenge in their life, a new chapter, a new journey, okay? A little bit of balance required. Stepping out of once and for all these karmic conflicts, and they may come to you still feeling a little brokenhearted. Tell me more about the masculine energy, Spirit. Tell me more about the masculine energy as it's emerging in the spring. They're going to find their voice, speaking their truth, beautiful, speaking your word. They're going to find their voice. They're going to find, I mean, you can see here, this woman is shouting from the excruciating pain. It's like her heart is being ripped in half and being torn in all these different directions. And then you have her, it's like beautiful brilliancy and just illumination of the truth. So they're going to be stepping out of these energies, and they're going to be so ready to speak their truth. Yeah. Finding solidness within the inner core, finding solidness within themselves, finding peace, finding resolution, being uplifted. And you can see here, this could be like seen as a conflicted mind, but peace within that conflicted mind. So bringing the halves of them together to create a whole. So they're going to feel more whole once they step out of this Hermit energy. Guys, they're in some painful energy right now. I'm just going to say it. They're in some painful energy. Okay. Tell me more about springtime for the counterparts. Springtime for the counterparts. They're not in a good place. It's going to be new breath that's going to be breathed into the connections, okay? New life, a new life force. You see the aorta here, you see the heart, okay? The heart beating, the breath connecting to the heart, breath connecting to the heart. Breath work could really benefit both counterparts at this time. So if you yoga, meditation, breath work, okay, allow the breath to guide you. Now, when we're in fear, when we're in anxiety or depression, we tend to hold the breath, especially in times of fear. We don't breathe deeply or soundly. And then we don't sleep well, we have insomnia, anxiety, restlessness, etc. So there's this want and need right now leading up to spring to really breathe deeply. And winter will be perfect for that, because winter is a slowing down on the planet of everything. Slowing down, pausing, reflecting, sacred pause. So give yourself more time and space, and you do that with the breath. But this is really speaking to new life being breathed into these connections. Tell me more, Spirit, about the connections in the spring. Well, there's going to be oh wow. We have life and home, interesting. there's going to be a grounding. Remember, we had the grounding card for the feminines. There's going to be a grounding of the energy. Okay, there's going to be a coming home for the counterparts, feeling like home. Pentacles energy, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The biome, connection, beautiful. Connection, home, and life. Really beautiful energies, but we just have to get past this really challenging time, okay? So I'm going to leave the reading there. It's like lately I feel like I could continue on and on forever, but we're 40 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and stop. I've got my nephew. We're going to watch a movie tonight, and doing my best to implement divine masculine. It's a challenge. It's a challenge with his environment, but I do my best to implement the divine masculine energies within him and to activate those, and I will continue to do so as as he gets older and as he becomes more in tune with himself. He's 16 now. He's my oldest nephew. I will do that with all of my nephews, and of course, but I do want you guys to know that these are challenging times. And you're not alone. I send you so much love. The masculine energy is really going through it at this time. Okay, so it's really time that the feminine draw back her energy, focus on herself, breathe life into her own self at this time, and understand that the connection isn't going anywhere. The connection is home to the masculine. So love you guys, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. See you very soon. Take care.